So yeah, normal people, that just here's normal people that want to own a home and raise their family in a safe community and retire with dignity and have a country that's safe and stable and give their children a chance at a better life. They're going to vote against people that are crazy and that want to undermine all of that. And that's what's at stake in this election. Because if we don't control the United States Senate, that is the agenda that's going to be pushed. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if the majority of the Democrats, if you polled them and gave them truth serum, were not in favor of it. Because all the energy in that party, all the money in that party, all the people who get on the cover of magazines in that party are in favor of these radical things. Now, there's one more element that was especially true in Florida. And that is, in South Florida in particular, we have a lot of people who came to this country to get away from socialism and Marxism. And so these people are thinking to themselves, I got on a boat. I left everything behind. I risked being eaten by a shark to get away from socialism. Why in the world would I want to bring that now here? And that's where I'm reminded of Senator Loeffler's opponent. Okay, this is a true story. The true story. 25 years ago, he was a pastor at a church in New York that invited Fidel Castro to speak. And I want you to go on C-SPAN. It's there on the website, and you'll find the video. It's there. They cheered him wildly. That the speech, first he attacked America throughout the speech. There were people chanting, "We wish we had you instead of Mayor Giuliani." And then he ended the speech. Fidel ended the speech by leading a singing of the hymn, which is the hymn of global socialism, International or something. I don't know the words to it. Think about that. Now, 25 years later, one of the pastors of that church wants to be the US Senator from Georgia. So all that reminds me of is this. It is true, to be fair, not all Democrats are socialists, but all the socialists are Democrats. All of them. Bernie Sanders, to his credit, he doesn't lie about it. He says, I'm a socialist. He says it. And he caucuses with the Democrats. And they're members of the House. You may know who they are. Members of the Socialist Party, but they run as Democrats. They're in that party. And these aren't like fringe elements. They have real influence. When they speak, people jump. What stands in the way of all that becoming public policy in America? Even half of it becoming public policy in America. You, through your vote in this race. And let me just, I'll close with this. Let me close. Usually you get to do these events and it's like this one race is the difference between that and what we want for our country. Here you have two of them. This is literally, the showdown of all showdowns in terms of politics and what it means. And we don't want to win one of them. We want to win both of them. We need to win both of them. And that is an extraordinary opportunity. So if you're a local television station, I see they're represented here today, you're going to make a lot of money over the next few weeks in, advertising. So you're going to have a lot of political visitors from all across the political spectrum coming to speak. My understanding, what I learned last night, is they're even inviting people to move here because they can vote. I got to tell you, I can't do that. It would create all kinds of problems for me. But that's how important this is. That's how much this matters. And all I'm here to ask you to do is to tell you, and nothing I've said here is an exaggeration as to what the stakes are. They're that important. And I know that we're going into December and early January. There's a lot of other things that should be going on in our lives this time of year. But this year's different. What an understatement. This year's different. But this year's different. And it matters as much as any election I've ever been involved in. and you've been given this unique opportunity to make a difference. And so let there, if you can knock on that one extra door, if you can bring that one extra volunteer, if you can bring to the polls that one extra worker that happens to have lived here for more than a couple hours, if you can, anything you can do to be helpful, we just ask you to do it for the sake of the entire country. This is Georgia's decision to make, but it's America that will live with the consequences of the decision that they make here. And so we're going to do everything we can to help from across the border in Florida. There's no wall, and and we're not going to pay for it in Florida, in case you're wondering. But we're going to do everything we can to help. But ultimately, the decision is in your hands, and we just implore you, as fellow Americans, do everything you can to win these races. We must win these races. I can't exaggerate what's at stake, and I think you couldn't have better candidates. This isn't even one of those races where you're like, well, I don't like the person, but I'm going to vote for him because I really dislike the other person. These are good candidates. You should be proud of them. They're great senators. They're patriots. They share our values. They represent you well. And one of them, who you'll hear from now, is I think, a rising star in our party, and really someone who I think is going to be a critical key player in so much of what our party is going to be able to do for our country in the years to come. And that's why I want to bring on now the person you're really here to hear speak, and that is Senator Kelly Loeffler. She's going to win. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. Let me say, happy Veterans Day, Georgia. My goodness, yes. We love our veterans, and I love y'all. Thank you so much for getting us here. We have been through a battle, but we are not done yet. Look at the work we have to do that Marco just talked about, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. And I want to thank Congressman Collins for his support, for his endorsement, because we as a party, that's right. We are going to lock arms and deliver this country. We are going to deliver the American dream. The road to socialism does not run through Georgia. So you may have heard.